Ladies and gentlemen, I have a doozy for you. This one's pretty exciting. It's something a little different. But before we get into that, I have an exciting announcement to make. You see this guy right here? Be gone, thought. Be gone with you. There is a new kid on the block. I fucking love it, man. That is so cool. My brand new logo made by my boy XGFX over on Twitter. His link will be down in the description. And the reveal was made by Unique Videos over on Fiverr. That will be down in the description too. I'm so professional now. Sick. Anyway, so back to the topic at hand. I am from a mysterious land called Dublin in Ireland. You know, it's the capital of Ireland. Pretty much everyone knows about Dublin. But the little area I'm from is nowhere near as known. So to say I was excited when I found out that not only was there a horror movie, slasher movie made in my town, it was made in my school. The name of the movie is Stitches, and believe me when I tell you, you are not ready for this at all. So our movie begins with this very nice, very elegant pan out shot to reveal this. It's Stitches having sex. Then he has the decency to show us his daily routine. What a nice man. We then get to see how multi-talented Stitches is while he's driving to his next birthday party. He has the smoke in his mouth and he's driving with his feet. We then get to meet the main protagonist of the movie, the birthday boy Tom. Tom is a little deviant. You'll see what I mean about that later. Stitches then arrives at Tom's unbelievable house. My god, man, is that a tree house? I'm fucking jealous. I always wanted a tree house. He finally gets to their house and I have to say, bro, what was this mother thinking? You order a clown for your son's birthday party and this man hops out of the car and you don't immediately tell him to fuck off? This whole movie's her fault. Stitches then proceeds to show her how much of a gentleman he is.
You're late.
Oh, and you're fucking ugly. Just kidding, love.
We then get to see him put on an award-winning performance for these purely ungrateful children. So the kids all collectively decide to show their appreciation for this clown by tying his shoelaces together. And then Tom, the quirky little devil, because of peer pressure, decides to throw the ball at Stitch's head, which then makes Stitches lose balance and... Oh dear God. And this kid has the audacity, the gall, to say...
Finally, this clown does something good.
But the birthday boy decides that he has not had enough bloodshed for one day, so he decides to visit his victim's grave. Once he gets to the graveyard, he finds, and I quote, a cult of clowns doing a seance for Stitch's egg. This movie's so weird. So inevitably, sneaky Tom ends up getting caught, and you are not going to believe what this guy says to Tom.
Hear this. A clown that doesn't finish a party can never rest in peace. And a joke is never as funny the second time round.
Okay, mate. Now we fast forward to 6 years later and all of our little criminals are all grown up and they're currently making their way to school, which we all know the pain of that. It's here that we find out that Tom suffers from anxiety due to, you know, the clown killing activity that occurred. So he has to take these meds, shown to us by the fact that he just swallows these meds without any water, which you fucking psychopath. I would know that you killed a clown just by that fact alone. The first of the little demons that we get to meet is Bulger. We see him coming out of his house, getting into his mother's car, and driving 2 feet down the road, only to get out of the car and walk into school. Like, come on, man. Stephen Hawking could have walked further. Like, I get that they're trying to go for the haha, he got big belly, so he lazy, haha. But like, come on. Oh, but wait. What's this? It's my school. Whoa. Then we meet the rest of the gang. Vinny, who randomly just says,
Yeah, gagging for it, yeah.
Yeah, gagging for nothing that hacky. Scarlet for your life. Get it for it.
Cock fucking bitch.
class act, Vinny. Class act. We then meet Richie, who just gets randomly verbally assaulted by these two women.
Wanker. Twat.
Ah, brings me back to my time in the school. Then we meet Kate, who's getting shouted up by this absolute womanizer.
Fintan described one of my solos as brainal penetration.
Brainal penetration, brother. Brainal penetration. I need to take notes. Fun fact, this horrendous misuse of the English language is actually happening in front of my old locker. And believe it or not, worse things were said in front of that locker. We meet Sarah, who is surprisingly sexy, goddamn. But as you can see, is an absolute bitch. And her boyfriend, Paul. That's all I have to say about Paul. Now we cut to our favourite group of boys sitting in science, working hard, getting those grades up, and never mind, there's a fucking clown who does to Vinny what I can only describe as a free sex transplant. Or what I like to call a rip-off. I know. Thank you. I'm here all week. The clown then ties Vinny's little soldier to the end of a balloon, while Vinny is desperately trying to get it back. We're only 27 minutes into this movie, by the way. It's fucking crazy. And never mind, it was all just in Tom's imagination. For a while after this point, nothing really happens. It's just like, you know, the typical, like, they go to class and blah. And we see the boys trying to convince Tom to have a birthday party at his house again. Because I don't think I mentioned it. It is his birthday anniversary and he hasn't had a birthday since that incident, which, you know, fair enough. And Tom eventually gives in. We then cut to Vinny in his room doing, sorting out the invitations, 100%. And we see one of Tom's party invitations fly out the window and lands on Stitch's grave, which then resurrects him, because of course it does. Later that night, Tom and the boys are having a party in Tom's house, which we see a clown has arrived to the function, who proceeds to walk through the house until he finds Tom, where he whips out a knife and chases him, only to find out it is just a prank, bro. It's Paul. Now you see why I didn't want to talk about Paul. He's a dick. Considering the fact that they were both there when the clown died, you would think they'd have a bit more fucking sympathy for the guy. Like, him and Vinny were indirectly responsible for killing this guy, but you know, Tom has been fucked up by this, man. A clown died in his house and he chases him with a knife and is shocked when he gets upset about it. But big boy Bolger is not gonna let this disrespect go unchecked.
I will slap that smile off your face, you knacker bitch. Babe, you're easier to get into than community college, so just leave.
You tell her, Bolger. Bolger is by far my favourite in this movie. 100%, without a doubt. Bolger then goes to get a first aid kit because he's a legend. But for some reason, the first aid kit is in the pantry. But while looking for this first aid kit, Bolger ends up getting distracted by the food because, haha, he fat. We then follow Paul on his marvellous misadventures to take a piss as he struggles to find a bathroom when we get one of the coolest shots in the whole movie. I have nothing funny to say here. I genuinely think that was a pretty cool shot. I like it. Paul ends up failing his side quest for the toilet, which gave me more satisfaction than I'd like to admit. And then he does this.
He just can't compete, like, you know, she's with you and she feels sorry for him, that's all it is.
Oh, it tastes like piss.
Fucking vile. But never fear, Stitches is here. Stitches then goes on to rip off Paul's ear and arm, deserved, then goes on to do this. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore, so I can scrub this from my memory as quickly as I possibly can. And then he kicks his head into next Sunday, which is fantastic news, and he hits us with one of his classic one-liners.
This party's really kicking now.
Oh, Stitches, you so silly. Literally in the next scene, apparently Stitch's nose is sentient now because he drops it down the stairs to find his next victim, who is... No, this can't be right. Not Bolger. My boy is just trying to grub, leave him alone. Right, so I'm gonna read this word for word from my script here. Stitches uses a can opener to open his scalp and then uses an ice cream scooper to scoop out parts of his brain, all accompanied by the song, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. Great song choice, but an unnecessarily brutal death. He did not deserve that. I suddenly don't want to make this video anymore. The clown then sees his next potential victim, Sarah. But before we get a chance to see any of that, we get this sick transition. My boy Vinny's getting the leg over. That's what I like to see, Vinny. But it's in this shot that really shows how good the practical effects are in this. Sarah kicks him in the throat and we get this very uncomfortable scene of him pulling the high heel out of his neck. Didn't like that. Sarah attempts to run away and yeah, you're done for, pal. Yeah, that's rough. That shot is sick. With the practical, oh my fuck. That was disgusting. And she ate it. Oh my god, I forgot. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Taken from behind.
We then see Stitches beating the shit out of a cat for whatever reason. Richie's then outside smoking a doobie. Then Stitches decides he wants to drag it at. And then Stitches proceeds to slice his stomach open, pull out his intestines, and make a balloon animal out of it. Huh? Oh wait, there's more! He then sticks a balloon pump in the back of his head and... just look. I'm pretty sure you can gauge what he does. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. They put work into this movie, bro. This is sick. Tom finally convinces Vinny that something has gone awry. After Vinny is finally convinced by Tom, Stitches ends up in his bed. But unlucky for Stitches, Vinny's been catching up on his Mortal Kombat skills. Never mind. I thought he was gonna be cooler than this.
You are 16, right? I don't want to go to prison.
Oh, Stitches, you so funny. Vinny then throws the duvet cover over his head and they beat the shit out of Stitches. I actually didn't think any of them were gonna fight back. We then have a suspense sequence where he is looking around the house for Vinny and Tom. and I don't really want to talk about this because fucking nothing happens. Other than the fact that Tom absolutely decks brainal penetration over here.
You are so fucking sued.
Tom then realizes that it must be the egg that he's seeing the cult members around that has brought Stitches back to life. And after a few funny moments,
Fuck's sake.
they eventually get the egg and break it. And that is the end of Stitches. Or is it? Dun dun dun! Yeah, no, it is. They never made another one. Leave a like if you think they should make another one and if I should be the star in it this time because I feel like Tom just didn't do it. But yeah, that was Stitches. I hope you enjoyed. It is a crazy movie. I know this is a little different than things I usually do, but you know, this is a special type of movie. This is literally, quite literally, the only movie in my area that was like made for a wider audience, not just, you know, the people from that community. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this type of video, I'm more than willing to do it again. But also, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone because we hit 600 subscribers. I'm going to be saving that for a whole separate video, but I just wanted to say at the end of this, thank you. It really means a lot. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. Let's hope we can hit 1K by the end of this year. That would be a dream, bro. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what you want to see in the next video. And yeah, with that all said, it's been EXO. I'll talk to you all later.